Hey Libra, welcome to your June 2023 reading. These are general readings, so keep in mind that I could be picking up on your ex's energy, your lover's energy, your best friend's energy, your boss's energy, etc. So make sure that you're checking for all of your placements, sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Jupiter signs for a full picture of what may be going on. And if it does resonate with you, make sure that you visit www.brattystarot.com to book a Zoom call with me or to book a pre-recorded reading with me. So I'm going to go ahead and start out with the meditation. The first meditation I got was super random. And I got two, unfortunately. I hate getting two meditations because then I got to interpret both of them. But let's go ahead and just do it. If I saw it, it was for a reason. I was in Forks, Washington, and I was running from something. And I mean, I was running at a rapid pace. I could not see what I looked like. It was more first person. So I was inside of myself and I was running. I was speeding past these leaves and just cutting through the brush, and I could hear whoa, 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 whoa behind me. Right. And so finally I found a tree and I like swung almost like a monkey. But when I looked at my hands, they were like they look like metal claws. And when I looked down as I was climbing the tree, I noticed that it was a pack of wolves that were chasing me. And then I kept seeing the movie Twilight in my head, which is where that movie is based around. And so I'm wondering what that means. Now, I know Washington has like the highest depression rate because of all the rain and stuff like that. So I don't know if you're depressed, okay? But then it cut to another scene where you were on the floor inside of an abandoned grocery store and you had locked yourself in there. And it was almost like, it felt like the apocalypse kind of, and you were the only person inside of the grocery store. And the grocery store had an entire wall and it was covered in windows, but you were going like this and you were on the floor and you were backing away from the window because it was nothing but fog. And I'm talking like thick, thick, thick fog. And the reason why I'm wondering if there's something about the depression thing because of Washington, because fog in a spiritual sense can represent depression. However, that's not always the case. And maybe it's not even you that's depressed. Maybe this is somebody else. But fog can represent like mystery, confusion, illusion, a fear of what may come. And then behind you was a horse in one of the aisles. And so a horse can represent high ranks, wealth. It can represent independence and freedom. So it's interesting because you were sitting outside of the window and you were so focused on what you couldn't see. But it was like your freedom, hence the horse, was behind you. It was almost like your freedom was right behind you. And I'm not sure what that's symbolic of. Maybe there's something that you need to review. Maybe the horse is a part of you. Maybe there's something you need to go back and redo that directly correlates with your freedom of this fear. Now, what's interesting is, I don't know if you were one of these wolves that was chasing me or if you were it seemed like you were, as corny as it is, right? It seemed like you were this werewolf with these huge claws and you were running away from these little pack of wolves. But it's like, why would a big ass werewolf give up about a little pack of bitch wolves? Why are you running away? Why would you climb? And so then I'm thinking, with horses sometimes representing the spiritual meaning or having the spiritual definition of a higher rank or wealthy or freedom. It's like, it's almost like you're bigger than something, but you're focused on what you can't see or what you don't know. Or so I don't know. That's what I got. So we'll see if it fits into the meditation or into the reading. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. All right. So let's go ahead and look at the tarot. Your energy starting out with June is the 3 of Swords. So this is pain. This is heartache, whether this is, it looks like it's current pain. Okay, I'm not saying it's about to happen, but it seems like there's some kind of pain. Page of Cups in reverse. This could either be something around a child being unhappy. This could be a sense of emotional immaturity or a sense of feeling like a victim in some sense, whether that's you or somebody else. The Emperor in reverse. This can represent like an abusive masculine figure. This can represent somebody that abuses their power. And now I'm kind of seeing that fog. This person or this thing feels like the fog. This is like the fear, or this feels like the pack of wolves. The Four of Cups in reverse. This can represent a couple of things. This can represent staying in this poor me energy, or this can also represent coming out of that energy as well. The Sun in reverse, not feeling happy, not feeling optimistic. Let's just see here. The Magician. Okay. So this can be a sense of, okay, this is my intent. This is what I have available to me. This is my horse, right? These are my claws. There's a tree I can climb. And I believe that I can do something, but there needs to be action taken in order for this Magician to work. The Death in reverse. So remember how I said maybe there's something that you need to review. There's something behind you. The Death in reverse can be something from the past you haven't let go of, something from the past that you haven't changed. Maybe it's something from the past where you need to look back and realize that you're bigger than something. Or it's like maybe you're holding on to this thing or this self-limiting belief that you have to run from these wolves, or that you're not bigger than these wolves. Although in my meditation, you were. In my meditation, you kept focusing so much on the fog and what you couldn't see and the confusion of it all. And you didn't realize there was a horse, but the horse was there to, it was like an omen, or it was like a guardian angel of some sort. It felt like it was there to protect you. And then you have the Five of Pentacles in reverse for your ending energy for June. So this is kind of like letting go of self-limiting beliefs, I'm wondering, letting go of abandonment issues, coming out of a sense of feeling like you're at loss or you're at a loss. And with that Three of Swords, I like to see this just because that we're starting out with the Three of Swords, which talks about pain. And then if we're ending with the Five of Pentacles in reverse, there may be something that you're releasing in regards to that. So let's go ahead and take a look at that Three of Swords. The Seven of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups in reverse, the Five of Swords in reverse, Ace of Wands in reverse, and the Ace of Swords in reverse, the Lovers in reverse, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Oh my God. I just heard that song, Everything I Wanted by Billie Eilish. Tell me about that Nine of Cups in reverse, the Nine of Swords in reverse. So you're a little heartbroken because you feel as though you've invested into something. You've invested into something and you feel like, man, I'm really not getting what it is that I wanted. I feel like I'm at a loss. I feel like I just keep pouring and pouring into something and I'm getting nowhere. I feel like a follower, or I feel smaller than I actually am. Knight of Swords in reverse can be somebody who just kind of goes along with what everybody's doing, or is just kind of following somebody else's lead. But what's interesting is I feel like it needs to be the other way around. I'm wondering if you're the one that actually needs to lead in some way. And I'm wondering if there was a point in your life, in some way, shape, or form, where somebody or something made you feel smaller than you actually are, where somebody made you feel like you couldn't go at something alone, where somebody made you feel like you couldn't live without them, or you can do or be something without them. Or maybe it's a thought that you've created in your head. And there's a lack of motivation. There's a lack of initiation in regards to something because you feel like you can't see something. Ace of Swords in reverse, Knight of Swords in reverse. It's like there's this lack of clarity. There's this lack of clarity in regards to how to get something, because you feel as though you've spent so much time and energy or poured so much into something that you wanted, something that was going to make you happy on an individual basis. And because you feel like you didn't get that thing, it's like you feel as though all is lost. Be careful. I would like to say for some Libras, okay, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, be careful of getting into any kind of addictive patterns right now. Be careful of getting into any kind of addictive patterns in the moment, where you may try to drink your problems away, or you may, it's interesting because didn't I say depression and then the Three of Swords came out? Isn't that interesting? So, I mean, I'm not saying that all of you were depressed, but I mean, if, you know, this is in June, so I don't want to predict that you're going to be, a sorry, sad sack, but there's definitely something. And I feel like you already know about it. Okay. Let's just see what that Page of Cups in reverse is. The Strength card. The moon, the star in reverse. All is lost is what I hear again. But that's just a misconception. But that page of swords in reverse, the page of wands in reverse, star in reverse, and the moon in the upright, the page of cups in reverse is being clarified by the strength card. So underneath the surface, it's like you feel like you've lost all hope. You feel like there's nowhere to go, nowhere to run. You haven't healed from whatever this is. It's almost like you're just suppressing it, or you're drinking it away, or you're screwing it away, or whatever you're doing, but you're not making it go away. It's not going away. You're just covering it up and pretending like it's not there. And with that page of cups in reverse and the strength card, it's like you're trying not to. I feel like you're trying to. I feel like sometimes the only choice that you had was to be strong. I feel like there were times, or I don't even feel like not being strong has ever been an option for you. Just with that page of cups in reverse and that strength card, it's like, what other choice do I have? You know? And so maybe there's this breakdown point where you're like, damn, I'm really unhappy. Damn, I don't feel good about something. But it's like you're realizing you have to pick yourself back up again. Let's see that Emperor in reverse. You're bigger than the problem. The Emperor in reverse. The Four of Pentacles in reverse. I need one more. The King of Cups in reverse. Give me one more for this. The Eight of Swords in reverse. The Wheel of Fortune. The Eight of Pentacles in reverse. There's somebody here who's trying to force you to take a risk, make an investment, do something out of the ordinary. And so what they're doing is they're trying to manipulate your emotions in some aspect. It's like they're trying to manipulate your emotions with that King of Cups in reverse because they've decided on something. Tell me about that Eight of Swords in reverse. The Tower. I feel like somebody is this masculine figure has something weird going on in their life, some disruptive change, some uncomfortable change. And this is somebody who is being forced to break out of some form of stuck situation, some kind of stuck situation that they've kept themselves in. But the thing is that I don't think that they see it coming. This is somebody who is moody over their circumstances. They're moody over their circumstances, so they're trying to control you, or they're trying to abuse their power in regards to you, trying to get you to take a chance on them or take a chance on something that they have going on. And this may feel like something that comes like a bat out of hell. What is this person's intent with Libra? The Seven of Swords. No, I'm sorry. No. I think that you see the reality of the situation though, because with that Seven of Cups in reverse, the Fool, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, you're kind of realizing that something is happening again. Something is trying to repeat itself, or a person is trying to repeat their behavior. But you know what the truth is with that Seven of Cups in reverse. You know what the right decision is. And you're not willing to take this leap of faith. You're not willing to take this risk because you know that they're hiding something. You know that this person can be trusted in some way. Let's look at that Four of Cups in reverse. The Empress in reverse. There's somebody here who is trying to make you feel like you are not at their level. They're trying to, it's interesting because they're trying to emotionally manipulate you into thinking that you can't do better, or this is the only chance that you could take that would ever work out, or you can only work for me because where else, you know, it's something like this. And with that Four of Cups in reverse to the Empress in reverse, we have the World and the Lovers. I heard say no more. I'm not really sure what that means. But it's interesting because you have this situation that's beating you down. But this is what the fog is. This is what the fog is. This is that little bitch ass wolf pack that's trying to make you feel like you are not the werewolf, like you don't have your freedom in this horse form right behind you. Like, bitch, I don't need a saddle. You know, but this situation or this person, or I don't know, the devil, the resistance to the positivity that could be your future in some kind of circumstance, it's trying to make you focus on the negative. It's trying to make you focus on what you can't see instead of where your actual power lies. And there's a resolution. There's some kind of resolution. It's like, this is you focused on the fog. This is you running away from the wolf pack, 4 of Cups in reverse, Empress in reverse, thinking that you have to run from this. This would literally be like, this would be like a 12-year-old trying to bully me around and insult my physical appearance and trying to intimidate me and tell me that they can kick my ass, when obviously, no, you can't, right? To put it in a layman's terms. And so there's an opportunity, there's a higher self decision that you're going to have to get in touch with. You're going to have to turn back around and look at that horse. It's like remembering where your power lies in order to make this decision to finally break the cycle. But the thing is that you know that you have it. Something about that sun. The Hermit, the Queen of Pentacles. The 9 of Pentacles and the Hierophant. Wow. A lot of earth energy is here. Almost all earth energy except for that sun in reverse. I need one more for that sun in reverse. You know, like the Magician in reverse, this is what it's giving me. The Magician in reverse. The Magician in reverse is somebody who's trying to trick you. Is somebody who's like, hey, look at this, because they don't want you to see what's going on back here. And it's like somebody's trying to do that because they want you to be under their command. They want you to keep coming back to them. They want you to keep working for them. Oh, you're never going to get a better job than this. Oh, you're never going to get somebody better than me. You're never, but you are bigger than that. You are the werewolf in the forest that can climb the tree with the big ass claws. You have your freedom, but it's almost like you need to turn around and face something in order to understand it. It's like when I was you were the werewolf, right? And when I look down, if instead I just would have turned around and faced these wolves, had my claws out, and was at my highest potential and my highest confidence, do you really think that the wolves would have won or been totally confident in themselves that they would have been able to beat my ass or eat me alive? No, probably not, right? And so it's almost like needing to turn around and face something instead of facing the fear. But you have somebody with that Knight of Wands in reverse that's trying to throw you for a loop, or you have a situation where you're throwing yourself for a loop. But it's about remembering who you are and getting this grounded perspective of yourself. I feel like you're trying to figure this out, but it's like you're not in full confidence about it quite yet. The 9 of Pentacles and the Hierophant. There's the Justice card behind that. Oh, the Judgment. It's interesting. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Judgment. You have the Justice, the Judgment, the 9 of Pentacles, and the Hierophant energy. This is about your path what you believe in, what you've learned, how you got yourself here, how you got yourself to this point, this sense of self-awareness, this realization that possibly it's the fear itself that's holding you back from something. It's you looking at the wrong thing. It's what you're looking at that is depressing you. You're focused on the wrong shit. But something or someone wants you to be. Because God forbid you turn around and realize your own power in a situation. It's just so interesting to me that fog can represent depression in a spiritual meaning. And you know, trigger warning, all right, guys, but Washington used to, and I don't know if they still do, but had like the highest suicide rating. Okay. Obviously, if you are in that mind frame, please talk to an actual therapist, okay, and get help. You know, and I'll put like a hotline down below, okay. But it's interesting that I correlated these, and then the Three of Swords came out, which is like the ultimate sadness card, you know, like that, and Five of Cups, really. Something about that Magician. Wow. Let me get another one for that Magician. The Ace of Swords. Why is this happening? The Ten of Swords in reverse. There's the Devil. Wasn't I talking about the Devil earlier? There's like a tenacity. Sorry, these are so good, y'all. Mm. Isn't it interesting? Look at this on this card. Look at the fog on this card. See the fog? Almost like cutting through the fog. Look at the fog up here. Facing it. He's facing it, isn't he? He's facing the fog just like in my meditation. And it feels like this hand coming out of this treasure box is cutting through it. Cutting through it. But this Ten of Swords in reverse makes me feel like it's because you're focusing on the right thing. That's the cutting through the fog. That's the seeing the reality of your own personal power, your own individual power. Instead of allowing something to push you down and force you into submission, you're standing up for yourself with something with that Seven of Wands. You're maintaining something. Tell me about that Seven of Swords. The Queen of Wands, like I said, standing up for yourself. I just saw the Eight of Cups in reverse right behind that. It's like turning around and seeing your power, turning around to face it, turning around to see the truth of the actual matter, that you were actually bigger than the problem. You were bigger than the adversity. You are bigger than an enemy, whatever that may be. And I know this sounds dramatic, but you know. Let's take a look at that Death in reverse. I just heard Push, song Push by Matchbox 20. He says, I want to push you around. I want to push you around, so I will, so I will. I want to push you down, so I will, so I will. I want to take you for granted. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I want to take you. So I don't know why I heard that. Tell me about that Death in reverse. Seven of Cups. I need another one. Ace of Wands. So Death in reverse, the Seven of Cups and the Ace of Wands. You're getting inspired because you're turning around. You're turning to face the wolves. You're turning around to face the wolves. And because of that, you realize that you have options. Oh my God. Like I'm looking at this Ace of Wands, right? And fire creates smoke. And fire represents courage, and so does the horse. And because you're facing this, whatever it may be, you are fighting fog with smoke. You are fighting fog with fire. You are fighting fog with courage. You're fighting fog with fearlessness, or perceived so. I heard, no, I won't let this go. You know what it feels like? There was a movie or something a while back, and this kid was getting bullied, or he was getting his ass beat or something, right? And then so one day he kind of learned how to fight, right? Just in case. And so when he gets bullied again, they're bullying him, they're screwing with him, and then he turns around and he just like hits it out of the, now I'm not condoning any kind of violence, okay, it's just metaphor, right? But he turned around, he beat up this bully so bad that the bully was like running away, and the guy that was being bullied for so long was like, where are you going, where are you going, like chasing him down. That's what I'm kind of feeling. That's what I'm kind of feeling for you. And so let's look at that Five of Pentacles in reverse for where we're ending the reading. The King of Pentacles. You're bigger than the problem. 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 You're getting some form of communication. Eight of Wands, Six of Pentacles, Page of Swords. Somebody's tipping you off to something is what that feels like. Somebody's tipping you off. Like somebody's doing you a solid and tipping you off about someone or something about this specific situation. Five of Pentacles in reverse, the King of Pentacles, Six of Wands in reverse, and the Ten of Pentacles. Someone is here to help you. It's some kind of masculine is what I'm feeling. Somebody's here to help you, to get you out of a financial rut or get you out of some rut, and they're not asking for a pat on the back. They're not asking for anything. They're trying to support you. They're getting you to this Ten of Pentacles. Everything that you've ever wanted, the dream. Advice. Capricorn. You got the card of Capricorn. You got the card of Aquarius. Both Saturn, Pisces. Wow, all signs. And Mars. Venus, Sagittarius. Some of you may have a Venus in Sagittarius, okay? Some of you may have a Mars in Pisces, Aquarius, or Capricorn as well. This is interesting with all these signs. So this is your advice. Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, and Mars. And give me a second here. Mars rules your seventh house. You have Leo in your 11th. Mars is in Leo right now. I'm wondering if this is something with friend groups or something about social media or online stuff, or something particularly in your relationship. Now, what's interesting is I see Capricorn and Aquarius here, and then I see Pisces. Capricorn and Aquarius is ruled by Saturn. Saturn is currently in Pisces. Hold on. What is that noise? Do you guys hear that? Is that like a freaking garage? Your sixth house is Pisces, so you have Saturn in your sixth house right now as well. Could be something at work that's affecting your friendships, or something at work that is affecting your relationships, or something in your relationships that's affecting your work for some of you, okay? I feel like there's going to be a lot of hard work and consistency when it comes to something. With this Mars energy here, that's kind of showing up at the tail end. Once again, Mars, you know, when I'm telling you that you need to face something, Mars is about facing something. Mars is the natural ruler of Scorpio and also Aries. Okay. And so Mars is about facing something. Mars is about facing your fears, going into battle, facing the wolves, you know, getting on top of your horse and riding through the fog, you know. And I do feel like you are somehow getting inspired enough. You're cutting through the BS and you're actually focusing on the thing that you need to focus on. It's like you're not keeping your eye off the ball, and that's what's going to cut through the fog, is you focusing on the right thing and never taking your eye off of it, because I do feel like there's someone or there's something or even your own head trying to deviate you from that plan. And if it's coming from you, that's just simply a resistance to something by focusing on the wrong thing. But you're fighting the fog with fire. You're fighting the fog with fearlessness. You're fighting the fog with your own smoke. You want smoke? For some of you, you may need to travel, okay? But you guys also may need to keep an optimistic view when it comes to you. You know, Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is all about optimism, expansion, wisdom. Venus is your ruler. And so I'm wondering if this is something about needing to be a little bit more optimistic and confident in who you are and needing to have a broader perspective about something, keeping your eye on the ball and staying positive. Okay. Libra, whatever this is, I definitely feel like you're going to get through it. I love you so much. If this reading resonated, www.brattystarot.com to book a one-on-one Zoom call with me or a pre-recorded reading. And if you enjoyed today's video, make sure that you like and share and subscribe, and make sure that you leave a comment for me as well, as I love hearing from you guys. And thank you guys for everything. And I hope you enjoy this reading, and talk soon. Bye.